Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
How did they create the Vignas? The Asuras had a magical power. So, what did they do? They paralyzed the bodies of the performers. They paralyzed the speech. They paralyzed the hands. They paralyzed their facial expressions. And thus, the performers could not perform. And that is how the Vignas were created by these Asuras. Seeing all these, Indra started praying to get a relief from all these. What did he do? He immediately took his Jarjara, the banner staff, and he whirled around the performance place and said that all the Vignas should be subdued by this Jarjara or the banner staff. So all the Vignas came to an end and he was so happy, everyone were happy, and finally this Jarjara will protect these actors, he said, and gave this Jarjara, and that is how this Jarjara was presented on the stage, and the puja is done to the Jarjara which protects the artist. And even now, if we see in many of the forms, Natya forms, we have a flagstaff. The Sutradhara holds a stick. It is called Sutradhara. It's called a Rangayashti. It's called a stick which is held by the Sutradhara. It's taken around on the stage. It is used as a prop, and this is similar to the Jarjara of the exteriors. And even in the olden day dramas, we see that the Ranga, the staff, that is the Jarjara, is kept on the stage and the puja is done. Even now, we have this auspicious happening of keeping the staff coal before starting a function or a performance for anything. There is a sequence of puja done to this stick which is kept on one corner of the stage. Then Vishwakarman was called and he was asked to build an auditorium where the actors can peacefully perform. And the gods were also called and they were told that you have to be here in this hall and protect the actors. What was the duty of the gods? What were they doing? We have a beautiful shloka which gives the details of what the god did. The Chandra, the moon god, to protect the main building. The Lokapala, its sides, the sides of the building. The Maruts, the four corners. Varuna, the space. Mitra, the tiring room. Agni, the stage. And clouds, the musical instruments. The deities of the four color groups, that is the four varnas. The pillars, they should protect the pillars. They should be in the pillars and protect the actors. The Adityas and the Rudras will be placed in the space between the pillars. The Bhutas the ocean god, to protect the ground, Yama, the door, the two Naga kings, Ananta and Vasuki, the two blades of the doors, Dwarapatra, and the rod of Yama, the door frame, pike, the top of the door. So this is what is given in the Natya Shastra about the gods who has to protect the auditorium. This is given in the first chapter. Though it is in detail in the later chapter, we have this in the first chapter. Thus, for the destruction of the Vignas, these gods were placed in the different parts of the stage. The Jarjara was kept, and Brahma himself occupied the middle of the stage. And thus, this is the reason where we offer flowers all around the stage, because we have the gods all around the stage and even in the center part of the stage. That is where even now the namaskaram is done for the Bhumi and for the Dikdevatas who are protecting the dancers, protecting the actors. Thus Brahma protected all the Vignas by appointing the gods and making them, by Indra giving the Jarjara, all these elements. The stage was protected and the actors were protected from the Vignas. Then Virupaksha also questioned Brahma. This form which appreciates the gods and which brings us down, how can we accept this? Then Brahma told, it is not that always. Whoever is in the right way is appreciated. So that is how this form will also give you a place where you will be placed, and thus pacifies Virupaksha and other asuras. Then Bharata moves on to the characteristics of a drama. As Brahma says that this is not only for gods or not only for the asuras, so it is for the whole world. Whatever happens in the world has to be represented. It's only a drama and it is only an reacting of what has happened. So, he says, Trailokyasya sarvasya natyam bhava anukirtanam. Trailokyasya asya sarvasya natyam bhava anukirtanam. It is the anukirtana of the bhava, the feelings of are represented, reformed as a presentation. Trailokyasya asya sarvasya, who are all there in all the three worlds. So what are all their happenings is represented in this Natya. So that is how it has to be taken. What are the characteristics of Natya? Bharata enumerates some of them. He says, Kvachit dharmaha, kvachit krida, kvachit artaha, kvachit chamaha, kvachit hasyam, kvachit yuddham, kvachit kamaha, kvachit vadaha. What is the meaning of this? He says, sometimes in this Natya, there is a reference of duty, dharma. There is a reference of krida, kvachit, a little bit. One cannot be pervading the whole of drama. Then it is boring. It should be equally divided. Krida, games. sometimes it is money, kvachit arthaha, then kvachit chamaha, shama. Shama means peace. Kvachit hasyam, sometimes it is laughter, and sometimes it is yuddham, fight, and sometimes kama, love, and sometimes it is vada, killing of people. So, what are the other shlokas he gives? Dharmo dharma pravartanam, kamaha kamopasevinam, nigraho durvinitanam, vinitanam damakriya, क्लीवानां दार्ष्ट्र्य करणमुत्साहः शूरमानिनाम् अबुधानां विबोधश्च वैदुष्यं विदुषाम् अपि. This teaches duty to those who go against duty. That is what he said, itihasam karomyaham. It's a upadesha, sopadesham, sasangraham. It's an upadesha. It teaches us. It gives us some advice. What is that? Dharma pravartanam. For those who go against the duty, it teaches what is duty. Love to those who are eager for its fulfillment. And it chastises those who are ill-bred or unruly. Nigraho durvinitanam, vinitanam damakriya, promotes self-restraint in those who are disciplined, gives courage to the cowards, that is klibanam, darshtriya karanam, utsaha, it gives energy to heroic persons, enlightens the men of poor intellect, and then it gives wisdom to the learned. So if they are learned, it gives wisdom, but if they are poor learned, poor intellect, it enlightens them. So all these are found in Natya, he says. Then it gives diversion to the kings, firmness of mind to afflicted people with sorrow, and for money to those who wants to earn that, and brings composure to persons who are agitated in mind. This drama is a mimicry of action and conducts of people, which is rich in various emotions. So, loka vrittanukaranam natyam etan maya kritam. This is loka vritta anukaranam. So, he says, nana bhavopasampannam nana vastantaratmakam loka vrittanukaranam natyam etat maya kritam. So, this will relate to the actions of men, good, bad and indifferent, and will give courage, amusement and happiness, and also counsel them. So, this is the mimicry of the people, actions of the people. That is loka vritta anukaranam. Loka vritta, what is happening in the loka. Anukaranam, it is to be repeated again. It is to be mimicked as a performance. That is how you will be enjoying the performance, experiencing the performance. If it is happening really, how will you experience? How will you enjoy? So, you experience of what has happened there, and that gives you more joy of that particular happening. He says, Sarvam Upadesha Jananam Natyametat Bhavishyati. So this is an Upadesha. This Natya will be instructive to all through the actions and the states depicted in it and through sentiments arising out of it. Arousing out of it. Etad raseshu bhaveshu sarva krama kriyasu cha sarva upadesha jananam natyam etad bhavishyati. This is the shloka. And it also gives relief to the unlucky persons who are afflicted with sorrow, and it grief or overwork, and it will be conducive to those who observe the duty as well as to become fame, long life, intellect and general good, and this will also educate people, he says. This is a beautiful shloka. Dukhartanam shramartanam shokartanam tapasvinam vishrama jananam loke natyametat bhavishyati. Dharmyam yashasyam ayushyam hitam buddhi vivardhanam lokopadesha jananam natyametat bhavishyati. This is the natya which will bring in dharma, yashas, ayushya, hitam, buddhi vivardhanam, and it will be a loka upadesha. Till now, if we see the natya in the form of films which give us a message how to live in life, how not to live in life, that is up to us to take the best from that which is needed to us. We just cannot say, as the Asuras told, when they did a wrong deed, it was focused. So it was performed and showed in front of them. That is how they realized that they should not do that bad or evil thing. That is how we have to also understand from Natya that what we have to, how we have to live in life and how we should not live. What are the evil deeds we should not do? And that is given by Bharata. And one more beautiful verse which is all negatives make a positive. He says, Natat jnanam, natat shilpam, nasa vidya, nasa kala, nasa yogo, natat karma, natye asmin yat na drishyate. What is not seen in Natya? There is no wise maxim, no learning, no art and craft. Shilpam, nasa vidya, nasa kala, nasa yogo. There is no device or no action that is not found in drama. Everything is there in drama. That is what he means. Everything is there in Natya. Then he moves on to another important shloka which says, Sarva shastrani shilpani karmani vividhani cha. There are many shastras and shilpa. Asmin natye sametani tasmadetat maya kritam. So hence I have devised a drama which has all the departments of knowledge, art forms. So he says, he addresses the Daityas. You should not have any anger, he says, towards the God. The mimicry of the world of the 7 continents is performed here. Sapta dvipa anukaranam Natyehi asmin pratishtitam. This is the Anukaranam of the Saptadvipa. Whatever is happening in the 7 continents are represented by them. So the story is presented. So that is how they have presented this form, he says. And it has to be presented, the Veda, Itihasa, all these are to be presented as a Natya, he says. This sloka, which gives an idea, the importance of Shruti, Smriti, Sadachara, Parisheshartha Kalpanam. This gives the Shruti and Smriti, the Vedic lore, and then the later stories, historic stories, etc. Vinoda Jananam Loke Natyametat Bhavishyati. So it's a mimicry of all the Devas and Asuras which are happening in this world. And this is called Natya, he says. So it's an Anukaranam, Anukirtanam, Anubhavanam. Yo ayam svabhavo lokasya sukha dukkha samanvitaha. So angadi abhinayaha abhinayo petaha natyamityabhidiyate. This is the definition here given by Bharata. He says, Sukha dukkha samanvitaha. The human nature with joy and sorrow, it is represented through abhinayas. So angadi abhinayo petaha natyamityabhidiyate. This is called Natya. And that is how it is to be performed. And this is a performance. It's like a ceremony of offering of a yajna. Homa and mantra, japa and the offerings are to be done for this Natya, he says. So thus, this Natya will make us happy, and this dramatic spectacle, the preksha, should not be done without a commencement of a puja. So, he brings in the Natya Mandapa, the Devatas and the puja, everything in this first chapter introduces. Though he is going to give in detail in the coming chapters, we will be reading the important shlokas and the definitions from all the chapters. But in this first chapter, he talks about the nature of Natya, the characteristics of Natya, and the purpose of Natya, how it leads to moksha. Bharata says, Apujayitva rangam tu naiva preksham pravartayet. Apujayitva rangam tu yaha preksham kalpayishyati tasya tat nishphalam jnanam tiryagyonim cha yasyati yajnena sammitam hyetat rangadevata pujanam. So do not start this without a puja. Puja need not be very elaborate. But for this Ranga and for the Devadas, we have to do the puja, he says. It can be a very important element in Natya, the offering. And that is how we still start any performance, the theatre performance or the dance performance or the music performance or any other presentation on stage. Especially in India, we have this praying to the god. In dance, we have the Nataraja on the stage. We do the puja for Nataraja. For music, we still have the puja for the Mummurtis. And for the theatre, the puja is done. And even the pujas for all our costumes and props and every other thing which is used in the stage. So that is how it is very important to perform a puja, not only to the devatas on stage. The actor or the producer should offer his salutations through a puja, and his offering without puja, if he starts, it is not a performance which will sustain and bring him prosperity. So he has to practice this puja and observe the practice, and one who observes this practice will attain auspicious wealth and will go to heavens. So this is a beautiful shloka which says, Yata vidhi, yata drishtam, yastu pujam karishyati, sa lapsyate shubhan arthan swargalogam chayasyati. So he reaches the swargaloka, and thus then Brahma with the gods gave this art form to me and I am giving it to you, he says, Bharata, and thus let it be so, and we offer the puja on the stage, he says. And then we move on to the next chapter, how the hall, the measurements of the Ranga Mandapa is to be done, and what are all the calculations and details of the Ranga Mandapa. And thus we move on to the other elements of Natya. Namaste.